you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Today we're gonna sit right there and we're gonna review some more markers that I've gotten, and I think these are interesting, and I think that these look pretty neat for the kind of stuff I'm planning to do with them. I got this hard case, which I like. I had another set that had a hard case, and they did okay, but we're going to see about these next. So what we're going to sit right there and do is check them out. I'm going to take one out, and notice there's a little bit of difference with these. If it focus, these are a lot thinner than your normal brush nibs. Grab one of my as you can see, you see how thick they are. You see how they are to be used. How I'm not used to them being like this thin, but it might be useful later on for when you use it. So what I'm going to use today is I'm going to get a another old picture that I did a long time ago, as you can see, and originally the picture that I originally did it from was a Dragon Ball Z card, like one of those small ones back in the day. So that's why it's got a lot of black color into it and shading. I feel like I do a lot better with pencil than I do a lot of other stuff, but we're gonna see what we can do today with my these new markers, if they're any good as the Copic markers, if they're as good as any of those, and we'll see about what they're gonna do afterwards. So we're gonna grab a poster board to put up behind the picture so that when we draw, it does not go through the thing. And here's the one inked up and ready to go already. Alright, what I was doing was I was using a scrap piece of paper, testing out which colors I want to use for what I need to use, and I pinpointed which ones I want to use, and that's what I did so far. So right now I'm just setting everything up, taking off a little bit of behind the eraser. I erase a bit of this line work that's still on it. Try and get rid of it. Alright, this is my thoughts on these markers. What I think so far. I like the way the brush nib is. It is pretty neat. It's different. It's smaller than your Copic ones, but there's also some good things with these, and there's some bad things. Like normal, blending is not the greatest, but it still blends. But it can also be the paper, so it still blends regardless. It's still really good so far. So I really probably need to go over it a little bit more detail into it, shade it the way I would normally shade it, and have it done right. But actually, I think having it like this, it's pretty close. I mean, the blending in the darkness to another darkness, just you gotta sit right there instead of taking two colors and blend it together. Sometimes you gotta do like 3 or 4 to blend it to make it have a real good, strong, good blend. And well, you gotta work harder at getting them to blend, so that's the problem with it so far. What else? Like I said, I like the way the how small it is, but I am worried that these tips are not going to be as durable as my Copics, Sketch, or Chows. So I would say I'll give it either a 6. I would have to go with a 6. These are good markers. The case makes it good. These I really like them. They can get in smaller places than my Copics can. That's one of the best things about it. And the other thing is blending needs work. Just try your best. And these are mostly like what I would consider being good for starting out. Most of these cheap markers are really good for starting out. These markers were cheap, and I can't remember the price. Alright, I looked it up and I remember the price now. It's $22 for these markers. You get 60 in a pack. You get them less than 50 cents a piece. That's a true bargain, I would have to say, especially for how good these markers are. These are really good for starting out, and you get 60 of them. It's worth it, at least in my eyes. Just the blending is not on par with Copics in them. So what I would sit right there and say, get these to start out and improve your blending and all that while you're doing it, and you'll get it. And like I said, if you like that I keep doing these cheap markers so you can test them out without having you to test them out, and I'm still using them, and if you like my content and all this other stuff, would you sit right there and subscribe, hit that notification button, and all that stuff for the YouTube stuff that we love to do. And I appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching, and good night.